All right, we're good. I just got to do an intro or some shit, or you do whatever.
Well, what we're gonna just do part 2. The dog shit. We cleaned it up. Now we're here. Let's do it.
All right.
Where you at? I'm back at the little area I left you at.
Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me. That sounds weird as shit. Where are you? Right there. I see you.
Wait until you hear the. It should be in game now. The Austro and the Utah calls.
That looks so cool. What about the threaten call?
Oh, it's threaten calls. It's okay.
Ugh. What about the F call? Its teeth, like the way it stands out and how dark it is compared to the teeth, like the way the teeth are shaped and stuff. It looks so cool on my end. I need to get this in daylight too. I wanna see this guy in daytime.
Well, today we're night hunting. So for this video, you want me to put on like that fucking that shitty Louisiana accent that you hear in all those like crappy ass shows that come on the History Channel?
If you want, I don't care.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna bite you once.
Today we're gonna go get us some river monsters.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna bite you once. I want to hear the hurt sound. Okay, all right.
Bitch.
Yeah, screw that. Do the broadcast now that I'm like right underneath you. Wait, that's the broadcast now?
Yeah, that's the broadcast. I think the broadcast should be that. Like that's a broadcast.
That should be the broadcast. It sounds so freaking cool.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we got to go get some food. I'm on a quarter hunger left.
All right.
I've got people PMing me on Discord saying there's a Serato in
That'll happen. Oh boy. All right.
So what will this guy primarily hunt? What is he like against other things? Because it's about the size of the Utah. It'll hunt me.
Yes, it's
Screw that.
He's got a blood thinner bite, you know, which is great and all, but Dilos for the most part are going to be solo hunters. If you group up with people, you don't do a shitload of damage. You amplify bleeding effects. So basically, your job is to harass other hunted materials or other hunted prey items from other predators. You know, otherwise you're relegated to eating Dryosaurus, Velociraptor, Orodromeus, Psittacosaurus, Avaceratops, that kind of thing. Avaceratops is as big as they want to get. Now, mind you, Ava is the biggest in reference to weight mass, not particularly just size.
Drink again? Let me see that animation. Was that? Did you just do like a montage, or is that the full thing, or are you constantly pressing E?
No. So he doesn't have a drink animation like everyone else. There's a mechanic that is going into the game relatively soon that's going to replace eating and drinking, where you just hold E. So if you watch this, you'll notice it looks like it'll end where it should start. So basically, you'll just sit there, and as long as you're holding E, you'll just keep drinking. And what's going to happen is we're actually going to change it so you get 1 thirst per second each time you are holding E. So you have to drink for an extended period to fill up. And at the same time, that's with eating as well. So if we kill something and I eat it, you'll notice that he has an animation that will loop. So basically, when you hold E, the dinosaur will transition into an eating animation. Have you seen the Hypospino eat?
Yeah, I've seen it eat before, but not recently.
Yeah, well, he's got a looping animation. If you ever check any of the old stream files, you'll see that he's got an animation that ends where it starts, so he could just continually eat over and over and over. And the reason is that we want dinosaurs to be able to just have to eat longer than they are now. You know, it's been an ongoing issue where it's like, oh yeah, you hit E and you get like 25 food per bite, and it's just like, no,
yeah,
it's
eating's really boring and it's not really aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. Well, we want to make it aesthetically pleasing. That's why we're gonna add in the ripping of limbs and stuff soon. But
Ripping. Okay, you're gonna have to go into detail with that later too. Holy shit.
no, it's not until after AI and stuff, so it's not worth going into. But as a whole, let's go ahead and get into these planes. There should be people over here.
Yeah, I'm pretty hurting for food.
Yeah. But anyway, the animations are not pleasing, so we wanted to fix that, and we also wanted to change the amount of time you had to eat and drink, because as it stands, you can just kind of dine and dash, and we don't want that to be the case anymore. It's one of those things that, you know, no one ever has to defend their meals. And it's just problematic.
I was watching you run through the long grass, and it looks amazing.
Oh, this is just
it looks
a trot.
so cool.
Have you seen his walk? Just a straight walk.
Let me see it. Oh shit!
Okay.
I lost you in the grass. Hang on.
I know you did. I turned around. I just did a 180.
Oh, all right. I see you.
So he has a walking animation that is going to be translated to all dinosaurs. He has the best walking animation in the game. He is the casual stroll. Everyone else's walking animation is I got places to be, and this one's just, you know, it's a standard walking. And the team pushed back on it. They didn't like it at first. They said, you know, well, if you got to go somewhere, why is anyone ever going to trot as opposed to walking? I was like, because while trotting, you don't regain that much stamina. And they were like, yeah, but, you know, you're a dinosaur. And I was like, yeah, you also can move as fast as a fucking vehicle when you decide to sprint. So they're walking normally and stop being a dick. It's one of those things. It's like if you don't have to walk at this speed. You don't hit the Z key and look at that. Look, you have a nice trot. He moves at an acceptable pace, and it's fine. But all in all, we don't have good walking in this game. It's always so fast, and need to dial it back. You know.
So, can you take on a Utahraptor? If you see one, would you be able to take one on if it attacked you?
I would lose the immediate fight, but he would die eventually as well.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he hits harder than I do. He has a better bite force, and he weighs 100 kilo more. But all in all,
that was to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go the other way now.
Nah, it's fine.
How fast is your run? Are you faster than a aloe?
No, but I turn better than an aloe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm not too worried about an aloe. One of the best things about this guy. Where did he go, George?
Really? You at? No, you. Okay, there you are. I can barely see. Okay, I can barely see you. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I literally turned around and you just weren't there. I saw your tail move a little bit. That's the only reason why I even saw you.
Yeah, we noticed dinosaurs get pretty snug to the ground, and definitely kept making the joke when we're actually going to put it in. We're going to let the Anki have a crouch animation. He can't move while he's crouched, but he's just basically going to sink to the ground and be a fucking rock. He's just like, yeah, so when are we doing that? And I was like, we can if you want. He's like, yeah, I want the Anki to be able to sit on the ground, and I don't know where the joke came from, but yeah, let's see if we shut them up.
Probably attract something because it's a new sound.
Probably. But see, they don't know what that sound is. Everybody shut up.
What's that new noise, guys? Everybody hear that? Let's go post on Discord and let them know there's a new noise here.
It's just like Christ. The day that cannibals come, my team basically made a wager with me. They said they bet that I can't have any new dinosaur or cannibals come out without resisting the urge to announce it. So no one will know when cannibals goes in. They'll just go in one day.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm starving to death now.
Yep. I'm trying to find things.
Do you hear that weird waterfall sound? Like it's almost like there's 2 waterfall sounds playing.
It's because there is.
Huh?
There is.
Is there 2 here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. I think our best bet is going down to the left. 'Cause I hear those velociraptors freaking out, but they're a bitch to hit. I want to know about the strain. Anything you're willing to disclose about that, or however that thing's gonna work. Where you would put it on the food chain. What is the biggest thing you would maybe be able to take on, aside from what you already said?
Well,
And what's its health and stuff like that, and the actual damage.
His health right now is 450. But the thing is that he is a utility style hunter. He isn't going to run down a bunch of crazy shit. He eats things that are smaller than him. That's his whole purpose. But again, he's got this noxious bite that basically just lowers your bleed resistances. So if you're bleeding for 25 and he bites you, chances are you're gonna be bleeding for like 30. And it's not because he has 5 bleed. Because all he does is lower your bleed resistances.
Okay, so it's just like a buff basically for the bleed damage.
Yep.
So what if someone what if there's a Rex bleeding from a gigabyte and then the Dilo bites the Rex too? Does that also apply it, or?
Well, yes and no. The T-Rex is so large, a single bite, isn't going to be like, oh yeah, look at you bleeding for a shitload more now. He's comparatively a much smaller creature than the T-Rex. That's still more of a suicide thing than anything. Let's see. Oh, we have to go the long way around here.
Okay.
Oh, that was you taking damage.
Yeah, I still got some time left anyways before I die. I think I got like 2 more ticks before I'm dead.
That's 2 minutes. You're dead.
Gotta have hope.
Yeah. Okay. You haven't been playing the game and paying attention, sir. The max size that this thing should take on solo, I would say, is a Gallimimus. Other than that, not smart. Packs are always exempt to the rule of what they can hunt. It's based off of the cooperation and mechanics of the pack as a whole. Like that Ceratosaurus, I'd smash 1 berry, but I can't kill 3 of them,
I think you bit one once, and he had to sit down, and then the other one was there with it, and then I pissed them off, and they, that wasn't a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the freaking. Tell me about the Northern Lights and stuff, and like what made you put those into the game.
Dude, I wish I had seen the Northern Lights in real life, and I haven't. And I probably never will, because I'm gonna die making this game, so I put them in here. I was just like, we need Northern Lights in this game, and they've existed in some way, shape, or form since V3. These Northern Lights were in Ultra Dynamic Sky Blueprint from the marketplace, and I just sat and worked with them until they were in a spot where they looked like what I liked.
How long does it take for day and night cycles then on the
4
server?
hour.
Is it any different?
What do you mean?
Is it any different from what we had before with the old maps and stuff? Because I remember when you first put day and night in, and like how it was, and compared to now, it seems like it's a lot different.
I mean, it's just different lighting effects. I've gotten better with lighting. That's all it is. And people are like, "Oh yeah, it's so nice and new." It's just like, no, I just suck less. It's really no different at all. So I don't know what to tell people that have that assumption. I just played with lighting, looked at a shitload of reference pictures. In particular, though, I want to say the skylight is slightly different than the old day-night cycle, the way we handle it. The skylight changes slightly, but we also have off, there's a checkbox called lower, I think it was like lower atmosphere is solid color or something like that. And you can pick the color of what the lower atmosphere is. Basically, it's what the light looks like when it bounces off the ground, which is why in this and the Redwoods map with the day-night cycle, it looks so much better because it bounces off the color of the ground as opposed to just, I shouldn't say, I'm sorry, not the color of the ground, the color of the light as opposed to just a solid black color that basically doesn't really enhance anything or make it look better.
Did we go over the strain? Was there anything that we should touch on that?
All I can really say is that we're not going to ignore the fan service of people wanting a frilled DILO, so it'll have a strain out there somewhere. There's a decision that has to be made, and it won't be made until the Saturday of whatever day that this upcoming Saturday is, the 26th. We're going to sit down and we're going to talk about the strains, both the Magnus strain, Hyponeurotisso strains. Basically, as I had said, where people can't be trusted at the top of the food chain, it's not that bad because, you know, the hypos and stuff, yeah, they die relatively quickly. But as it stands, you can't have people at the top of the food chain. It fucks things up. It's how you have gangs and packs of T-Rexes and shit running around. It's a problem. No one likes it. We all know. But at the end of the day, you know, if you don't like it, here's the thing. Do you want us to take out having the T-Rex playable? That'll fix the problem. Because everyone's just like, oh yeah, stat nerf. Stat nerfs are terrible. The only acceptable method really is, you know, you don't want it to be a problem. The easiest way is to eliminate it as the possibility of being a problem. And the easiest way to do that is to just, you know, oh, you can't play as it now. And the same thing goes with like the strains. Do we really want, you know, 3 strains? Do we really want people to play as all 3 of these strains? You know, why don't we just focus on a dinosaur and give it its own specific strain kind of thing? You know, like the DILO gets a strain and it's frilled. The Carno gets a strain and it's that horned one that looks like the hypo. You know, humans get a strain and it's the cannibal is a neuro kind of thing, which we're just going to talk about it and make a decision on what we want to do. I really don't have an answer there because a lot of stuff's up in the air for when we move towards survival. It's just really allowing the players to how much we want to allow them to fuck with the world and potentially just kind of fuck with other people.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for this video on the exclusive access to take a look at the DILO, and it sounds freaking amazing. As far as the broadcast and the friendly call, I feel like the friendly call should be a broadcast personally, but I mean, it's for the developers to decide either way. If you have any comments about it, leave them down below. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Check in the comments section or the description of the video for a link to Dondi's Twitch stream, and I will see you in the next video.